Alrighty, yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more DFO Rush, this time on my Avenger. Now guys, I want to apologize in this video, actually. I don't actually know since I record everything at the same time, but my previous 3 videos with the HD resolution and stuff may have a little bit of video encoding error just because of, okay, I'll be honest with you, the graphics are too good. I know it's DFO and it didn't look like it, but whenever I try to record the full screen, it may lag the computer a little bit, so I don't know. Hopefully this recording, I'm changing the settings a little bit on this recording. It'll still look as clear, maybe not as big, but whatever, guys. Anyway, guys, we're playing my Avenger. He, like my Soulbender, looks fucking awesome. I'm the coolest Soulbender, or excuse me, I'm the coolest Avenger on the server too. Anyway, guys, this guy is rocking almost full health. I have a full health on him, but I'm using a few different pieces right now. This guy's actually decked out massively, and this kind of happened on accident, actually. What happened was I picked up this Black and Blood one time when I was doing my Nora Farah runs. It came out cursed. This was way back when, actually, when they were doing the anniversary event, so this was many months ago. Anyway, Black and Blood dropped, it was cursed, and at the time we didn't have a way to uncurse it, so I said, fuck it, we're getting a bunch of amp things, I'm gonna amp this 10, and I did it. So I amped it 10, and I decided this guy's actually starting to get pretty fucking geared. I gotta keep going, so I amp 10'd it, you know, I gave him Doppelganger Shadow. I found this actually in dungeon. Gabe sold it to me one time, I threw it on this guy. I gave him everything. I gave him everything short of the legendary that I gave on my Soulbender. And that being said, I don't really like this character that much. I don't know why I tried so hard. You know, obviously the scythe was the main reason. It just didn't make sense why I would. I mean, I could have sold it, obviously, but you know, obviously I had an Avenger. I might as well just go whole ham, and that's exactly what happened, guys. But you guys have seen my Avenger. I think I've made a few videos near the end of my leveling. I got to level 85, and that was no problem. And so this time around, guys, we're already max level, and actually, the kind of stuff that I mentioned in that video, I did take a look at it again. I don't want to repeat myself on that, but it really hasn't changed at all since then, guys, obviously. I've already shown off the Second Awakening and the First Awakening, so you guys kind of understand how it goes here, but augment your skills to do lots of damage, and in this case, actually, I gotten a little bit of experience as to how they intend you to play the class, right? How it's supposed to go, actually, is you go into Metamorphosis first, always. This is the, or sorry, is this the Demonized transformation? Yeah, this is Demonized, I think, the First Awakening. You're supposed to go into Metamorphosis first, then while you're in Metamorphosis, you go into this transformation, then the Demonized transformation, and then after that, you go back into Metamorphosis. That's what they want you to do with the First Awakening. That's what they intend you to do with the class and how it's supposed to be played. As you can see, my damage actually is massive. It really is, because of the Scythe and the shatter damage I'm stacking, which is pretty significant. But it's just kind of how it goes, because the First Awakening will boost up your demon gauge back to full no matter what rate it was previously. But also on top of that, actually, whenever you transform into the Demonized transformation after the Metamorphosis, you don't have to wait for the long, you know, the animation it takes for you to actually transform into the demon. You go instantly into it. So I'll try to show that off in this run. Thing is, you know, I've found it kind of difficult to build a Demonized gauge without having to use the without actually spamming the what is that called, the Painful Rapture, the one where you sacrifice your HP for MP. And it's hard to build up Demon Gauge without doing that. Now, that being said, the cooldown on that skill is really low, so you can always do it all the time. It's just, you know, in TOD, which is mainly what I use this guy for, honestly. Even though he's really geared, I don't really, it's kind of like a niche kind of usage on this guy. I don't really know what I'd want to use him on. Anywhere I would use him on, I can just use one of my other main characters. So he's in a weird spot right now. That being said, it's still pretty strong. And the cool thing about this, and the weird thing about it really, is that when you're strong enough to maintain this form and kill enemies in this form, you really can stay in this form for so long, especially because, again, I keep bringing up the Scythe. The Scythe actually helps you out in staying in this form longer. It's all about the Metamorphosis in this one. But, okay, you finally run out of time. Okay, you can't just keep this up. When you go into the transformation, you can see right now, it not only does it boost my gauge to full, but it also transformed into the Demonized instantly. You know, so that's what they intend you to do. And after you're done with this, you already are ready for the Metamorphosis again. So the transformations really are the key point about this class. I don't think I stressed that enough in the last video, because you know, that's kind of what, like, when Nipple went and designed this class, is what they were intending all along, right? It's just like, yeah, we don't want you to fight at any point in time where you aren't in either one of those two things, either Metamorphosis or Demonize. And that's, is Vaughn gonna kill me again? Is he gonna do it again? He always does it. He literally, I think he literally did it last video. Don't do it, Vaughn. Oh, good. As we are ready for our Metamorphosis again. Yeah, you see. Which, if you're playing your cards right, if you're playing this class right, you should never get out of either of those forms. That's just kind of how it goes, and you know, that's kind of why I think this class is. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not the kind of guy who tier whores very hard in this game. In fact, I don't care about tier whores. I just care about how fun the class is to play, and this class was considered probably the weakest class in the game. The set, you can understand how the gimmick works, how their kit works, what they intended to do, but even so, you gotta see how effective that strategy is. And quite frankly, even at this level of gear, the damage just isn't there for the set. It just doesn't make it very viable. He has to work really hard to dish out the damage. And even when he's in the Metamorphosis transformation and he has all the buffs like Falling Soul, like the, you know, the Wisdom Blessing buff, even out of all of these, you know, it takes a lot of work for him to do a lot of damage. And, you know, again, maybe I'm not showing that off to very good effect as I'm killing these guys in one hit very quickly, maybe faster than you are killing with your character. But you got to remember, it takes a lot of gear to get to this point, right? It took a lot of gear to make this character more viable, and there are only, like, I changed this in my FAQ because I wanted to answer this, because some people say, how good is this class? As I almost fucked that up. Almost got out of transformation. Boom! One-hit attack, by the way. So really, it's paramount that you don't just go straight into the First Awakening. You go into the First Awakening only after you are in Metamorphosis. So anyway, there are only a few classes in this game, and trust me, I've played more than 30 classes of the full 42 roster. There are only a few classes I've played so far that I feel like gear is of the utmost importance when it comes to the enjoyability of the class. I want to say there are maybe only 2 or 3 classes I've ever played which rely on, if you do not bother in gearing out the character just is not fun to play. And it's a case that he's, not only is he just too weak, right? He's also just severely lacking in you're gonna have to do everything 3-4 times as long as you normally would until you get gear, right? Like, if I didn't get great gear, I'd be in Metamorphosis, I'd go into First Awakening, I'd be out of Metamorphosis, and maybe I still wouldn't be halfway through the dungeon. That's what I'm getting at here. Like, holy shit, do I gotta try way harder now because I didn't get a little bit of gear. And, you know, and I say a little bit, I mean, like, hey, take some time, get maybe Halidom and beyond kind of deal. The other class I would say that for actually is my Battle Mage, and I have a lot of great things to say about Battle Mage, but seriously, Battle Mage becomes a completely different beast after you get gear. And, you know, I feel like the Avenger is in that same boat where he doesn't even really become a beast. He becomes a playable character at that point. He becomes what he was intended to become when you get gear. And if you don't, you just are not playing the class as he's supposed to be intended, actually. You know, you just can't pull it off. So it's kind of a shame, actually. That's why he needed so many buffs in Korea. That's why people were expecting so many buffs. And quite frankly, I don't think he got them. You know, even after he got adjusted, I don't think he got the buffs that he needed, and that's really is a shame, actually. So that being said, you know, like I said at the start of this rant here, don't be swayed by the tiered list. If this class is for you, like you like that idea of keeping a transformation for the whole duration of the dungeon, for, you know, however long it takes, managing that Metamorphosis, managing the Demonize. Seriously, this class, there's nobody who's going to do that more than this class. I don't think any of the other classes really have the system like this. So, and we're going to get caught by the ghost again. Okay, no, we actually dodged it this time. We actually dodged it this time. That's the first time in like forever that I've actually... What? No! No! Oh man, that's brutal, man. That's fucking brutal. Yeah, I thought I was trying to be slick there, but yeah, well, at least we didn't get fucking destroyed there. Look, he even cast a deflection wall. What a guy, huh? What a guy. Anyway, we're using all of our spam right there, dude. I hit stunned the shit out of him, and that was good. That was good. So yeah, if you like that type of gameplay, guys, don't be swayed by tier lists and all the comments of this guy being in the dumpster and unable to get out, getting pushed further and further into the dumpster class. You know, if you like this type of gameplay, don't let that stop you. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I was able to show off a little bit of a geared, semi-geared Avenger. I gotta say, probably the most geared one you'll find out in videos because nobody fucking plays this class. I'm joking, obviously. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.